resources. But then we come here, we feel that there are a lot of conflicts here related to policy. I wish if we could echo what Lemo said, that I get like 30% or even 30% of employees or institutional government are coming from other side. That will somehow remove the strife of conflict. But then I also want to borrow some words from Malema, this time from South Africa, where he said that I think South Africa is really in a big trouble, out of xenophobic crisis. He said that even if we get one alliance, show me like the jobs we get when Canadians are going out. So I think also that's going to come up and come down to here, that if you expect people here, if you create conflict and people flee, what are those jobs you get when people are fleeing? If you critically see, there are no jobs you get. So it's the big issue is for us to share our policy and be upfront of cohesion within us as a vision, as North and as Kenya. I think that's what we do as elevate conflicts.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Lilian Bire. I work at Rural Women Peace Link in Uasin Gishu here as the current executive director. When we look at conflict in Uasin Gishu, conflict usually manifests in stages. It comes in stages. If I give the example of South Africa, right now you can see all of them are on the streets and they are saying, Abraham, let the people go arrest Ali. So when we look at Uasin Gishu, our conflict manifests sometimes with seasons. There are seasons when it is very high. You can see the manifestation, that is physical appearance of conflict, people throwing words at each other, people physically attacking each other. So that usually is something we miss at the early stage. And at the early stage, which is usually the first stage of conflict, is that we tend to think everything is cool, everything is okay, you are talking with your neighbor. But there could be things inside you that are boiling, which are not being addressed, and you don't have the forum to talk about them. And these things can range from politics, political affiliations. There could be issues like in Uasin Gishu, land issues, which is a historical issue that has never been addressed fully. We can have issues of inequality, people feeling that others have more and others have less. Now we are having refugees coming in the land centers. They might seem to live better off than even the local residents, and that can also bring up disgruntlement. So inequalities, land issues, historical issues, political mobilization, especially along ethnic lines, are some of the contributors to the conflict that we have. But conflict is a normal part of life. But how do we address this conflict? We must always talk. We must always have dialogue. So that we give people opportunities to express what they are thinking, what they are feeling, and from there we can be able to address. That way we will not get to the high peak season when our people physically come out and say, oh, you are not listening to us, we are going to take action. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll pick from the queue. Conflict is part of us. Let me pick from that. And we've been able, the team here has been able to share with us what are some of the root causes. We are getting to hear political interference, or rather, we are getting to hear from lack of service from those that are being. We also got to hear ethnicity, ethnic, and negative ethnicity as a root cause. Again, there is this issue around inequality and lack of employment opportunities. And I'd just like to hear from the panelists, how do unemployment and limited opportunities influence youth behavior or other behaviors? how does lack of employment or other opportunities influence youth behaviors? So I'll start from the immediate right.
Youth are part of the population that usually is the largest population, and they are the next generation. So if youth are not considered as a priority, or are they feeling excluded, they feel like they are not participating. They can live in this county, but the local youth who are natives maybe of the county see others coming, they will start labeling them as, can even create a job for another and are missing. Not recognizing the
person and his own.
Okay, my opinion concerning this issue of employment for youth. First, we the youth tunafeel hatuko ndani ya serikali. So the moment you express hatuko ndani ya serikali, the politicians comes in but wanatutumia vibaya. So tumefuliwa tuna mambo ya handouts. Like today you consider the population nzima almost my community and the entire watu wamefocus na handout. Instead, this politician when inafaa, according to me, how they should approach us, we need to have such talks to revive with the youth. We are focusing on short-term benefits instead of long-terms. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Maybe if I can say something, sometimes we need to look at the bigger picture. And sincerely, when it's high time as youth, we ask ourselves very hard questions. What do we really want? Because sometimes I feel we have failed ourselves. Our leaders are used into our kila kawaida, ukawaida, and they have taken advantage of ukawaida wetu, whereby we are not really serious with ourselves. One thing I always ask those ones who I meet, because our people had and someone is like, I cannot do this. You know, that is one thing that has failed us. So when we talk about unemployment, and a time like this, you can go out there, most of these people out there now are people. And our leaders also have taken advantage of our weaknesses. And now, because they know what wakitupatia hiyo kitu kidogo, we are going to be silent for minutes, and then after it has been spent or exhausted, that is now we remember, oh, we are not employed, we have not been equally treated. So that is now when now out of emotion, we just remember our problems, and now we are in the streets demonstrating. But I want us to ask a very key question. What do we really want as young people, or even as citizens of this country? We are going to continue like this. Our leaders will take advantage of our wanazoea, and now they want to reduce us into handouts. For how long are we going to continue talking? It's a high time we call ourselves a meeting and be serious on what do we really want, and then we go for that. For example, right now, these are summits that could have carried some of many of us, because it's very important. But look at the numbers. But go out there and look at the match numbers that are out there. It's often sometimes we have failed ourselves. But not knowing that, we cannot keep blaming ourselves. But it's high time we begin again. There is redemption. After we have gotten serious on what do we want, and then we go for it. When we see our leaders being recycled, those are the offices that we're supposed to occupy. The narrative that we are leaders of tomorrow must be dropped right from this minute as soon as yesterday. But we have allowed it to continue like that. I think we also need to change our mindset. That is now when we get things right.
I just have a question to the audience. She has asked a question. What do we want as young people? And I want to come down to ask what do young people want? You know, in response. And I'll start with her. What do you want? She's saying she wants want inclusivity. I think that's a problem. Any country. What do young people want? What do you want?
Thank you. My name is Sarah. Mom said something. She spoke and she looks very disappointed. Mom spoke and she said that there are young people that are educated, smart, and that's entitled. What I would say as a young person, because I'm actually a few years out of 50, I want to live in a country where I don't need to live and have friends. Look at the countries that I start asking myself as a Kenyan, oh, I wish I was born in Austria. Oh, I wish I was born in Switzerland that was Sweden, this nice Scandinavian countries that have the best GDP to live in. As much as our country is nice, when some of us are because we can choose to go and work in a farm, in a dairy. I would love that. If I was given money, I wouldn't choose the rat race any day. I would choose to be in a farm with cars, tractors, and it makes us a sustainable life for myself. So I want when I get into my sunset years and I'm 50, I want to be able to grow my food, eat my food. I have never, in the years I have lived, I'm 42, I have never had an issue with crime, slept in a police cell, had problems with law. So don't think that it's all you who are made them out there. There's some of us that were brought up straight, raised well, we want to live and do things by the law, make clean money, because we do not out here not all money is clean. We want to make money, have a good name, and retire in our sunset years and say, we made something of ourselves. But as women, if we are marginalized, I've had to go for jobs and ask for a job, and a man will tell you with all confidence, it's so derogatory. A man will tell you, you know what, are you married? No. Do you have children? No. Oh, you're single. What they look at, because they think they're in a superior position, they're like, oh, I can have a little bank with you and then I can get you a job. So for a minute I'm like, I wish I wasn't born a woman. I wish I was born a man, because now I have to use my body, drop my smart mind, drop my morality just for a job. No, I want to be able to earn money the clean way. And someone tells me, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're competent, you have the job, young lady, make something out of your life. But being intimidated, it's not good, because as women, that causes even conflict within ourselves. I get to my age and I'm thinking, was I born? I wish I was born in England. I wish I was born in Austria. I wish I wasn't born in Africa. I wish I was born in a country where they honor women and women are able to ability. It's very bad to get to your age and women even mock you because you're not married at a certain age, you don't have children, and then you have nothing to show off for yourself. So that even within me, it gives me conflict within myself. So I want to be able to be given a future that when I look, I can make something of my life. Yeah?
Given a future so that you can make something out of your life. When you come to the refugees, what do you want? Look at me, or I look at you. What do you want? No, I want to give a lady here. What do you want? Look at me. Don't tell me you're afraid. What do you want? Okay. Give me 6 years raised the sound.
Okay. As a young man, I need equal opportunities, regardless of gender, ethnicity, religion, or religious status.
You need equality, regardless. Let me go back, then I come to my colleague. And you've been, I've seen your hand.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Myron Cheruto Mara. I'm going to represent young people. We as young people, we want to be heard, we want to be empowered, and we want to be put on the table of key decision making, because we young people, we may lack experience, but we bring great ideas and fresh ideas. Thank you.
They want to be on the table. Who will take you to the table? Who will take you to the table?
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, my name is Siti Maino. Let me start so that actually, when we are talking of conflict, let me say, on solving conflict, first of all, just know that African politicians first, they don't want to this youth to be employed, because in African politics, you have to make people to be unemployed so that you can use them freely for you to gain. So when we are talking of finishing unemployment, know that Africa's leaders, they are aid, because you know, for those who have done political science, we have different political criteria of winning election, and Africa has adopted that one to make people hunter so that they can be in need. You know, when we are making young people employed or having the skills to gain a living, they will not be on the street, and that means you will use a lot of, you have to make sure that you are delivering for you to gain the votes. But when these young people don't have money, actually giving 200, okay, I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. I'm saying, for you to make these young people feel like 200 is worthy their vote, you have to make them the 200 look something big. Because he is not earning, he's not having food, they are sleeping hungry. So when you're giving them 200, actually you are an angel to them. So I think you get what the leaders, they know whatever they do. Because compare the unemployment rate between Kenya and Germany. We find that Germany, I'm missing Germany as a case study because it is the country with the lowest unemployment of youth in Europe. You can Google that one. So when I'm saying that, because in 60 years, we have been independent for over 60 years. Compare the unemployment rate between even the early Moi time. Edwin Sifuna, the time was 10 years, the time you are finishing school, before you are finishing, already you are already being given, an internship or something. But now, right now, there are so many people in their late 20s outside there who even don't have a car, even to manual work to do. That means we are at risk of even having many people who are unemployed. And that one, only we cannot never resolve conflict, because conflict cannot be resolved. It can only be managed. I think you know that. So conflict is there, it's only that it's at standard, whereby it is there but we can contain it. So unemployment, I don't think if leaders really want to change Kenya or change Africa, they already have the solutions. It can only take less than 1 year for you to solve unemployment. But they want the youth, the young people to remain unemployment so that they can be their servant, to give them their job and maintain their power. Not yet.
Thank you. Let me return it back to my colleague.
Because of time, we are going to try to wrap it up quite fast. But I hear the courses, we have had the courses and we have a big cut across, be it gender, be it age, qualifications. We hear what the youth and the women want. They want inclusion. They want a seat at the table when it comes to decision making. I hear them say they want opportunities, right? And now, as we cross over from the courses that our panelists have outlined, and I believe they have covered that at length, and we can relate as youths, we can relate employment leading to us needing the handouts and having limited opportunities. So I want to throw back the question, this question to the panelists. So what are the various organizations in which you represent doing to help tackle this big challenge? Issues what is the Commission on Administrative Justice for that? What is the Council on Churches, Mr. Solomon, doing to help tackle this or contain this situation? use the last speaker's words. How are we able to contain this? So I'll throw it back to the panelists. Based on the organization,
let me speak again on this, that if I can begin with churches. I don't know if we have any representatives from the church, but let me just say that, do we have to educate our young people so that we may be able to start to begin? There are those. And back in my mind, I know that there are some limits I have to go. There are some limits I have to travel. And there are some things I cannot do because already the foundations were laid. Okay, now as a child.
We subject these people these days to elections. Do we talk about democracy? Do we talk about stolen ballots? Do we talk about discrimination? Do we talk about gender parity? Do we talk about opportunities, or do we talk about ethical leadership? Do we at any given time mention that? And when tell these people, talk about ethics, do you practice it, you the speaker? Or we are talking about water as we take wine? Because this is what we are seeing everywhere, from leadership and down here. We see them throwing words to each other. They even fight in front of us. Are we learning something from them? Because sometimes we do what we see. Not only that, like I asked, and I'm bringing it back to ourselves, do we value the peace amongst us? Do we value it? Because this is my neighbor. When I am down, he's the person who's going to pick me to the hospital. But you find that he's the person again being used by someone far away, and they're meeting in those big hotels to make their own peace. But to us, mimi na yeye, tushako sana. Do we reason up to that point? That is another question that we need to ask ourselves. That's why I said, are we intentional when it comes to peace thoughts? I don't want to say much. I think I may say it.
Okay, good afternoon once more. According to me, according to my point of view on how to solve these issues, first, it's about education. And through education, it's done through such forums like this. But for me, I think it will be good if we consider the target group. I think for me, such things should be taken to institutions. We move, let's say, from this institution to this institution. To there, tunapata numbers here, comrades. Then to kita events, such things, comrades only expect that when you get to county offices,